Divine capacity, the awakening of righteousness. So basically, I've been working on a new album secretly. It took me 24 hours to record 9 songs. I was so inspired. The album name's called Righteousness Awakening. I got the name from my last album, Motive Inspiration. The first song was called Righteous Awakening. It did so well, and I thought that song title would fit the name just for a whole nother album, because that song was on a whole nother level, and I wanted to make another album on a whole nother level, because I felt like I reached the peak of my levels with Moment of Inspiration, and I wasn't my Moment of Inspiration at the time. So yeah, so the new album is more, it's got a lot of smooth songs, it's got one or two controversial songs, but apart from that, I was really inspired when I wrote it, and I think that I've reached a higher level than my last album. So let's get straight into the review. The first song is called Speak the Truth, so I'll play that for you now. Divine capacity, 10,000 hours. Let's do this. Haters never left. They think my music's dead, so I resurrect. Reincarnation of the nation means we don't ever die, but never dead, but just waiting to come back to earth. In Satan's basement, there's no escaping the prison. Without the keys to the prison for reincarnation, I'd rather be immortal living. Eternal life is our great decision, so I stay righteous with great precision. I believe in religion, but I believe in Jesus more. The Lord's real, I don't need proof. I have intuition. If I write righteous, I become just like it. I believe in superstition, I'm having supervisions. Everyone that claims that religion is the one true religion, I want you to be. Okay, track 1, Speak the Truth, part 1. Well, Speak the Truth is basically about what the title name is, Speak the Truth. A lot of rappers out there are watering down the music, not putting the truth out, but giving you bits of truth. But I aim to speak the truth in all my music and preach. Even if they're not feeling it, I still do it, because that's what I love to do, you know what I mean? And I do music for God first, myself second, and the fans last, if you know what I mean. Even though it should be, other people might interpret it a different way. But some of the lyrics in the actual song that I'm really feeling is, that I really felt that would touch people is, the Lord's real, I don't need truth, I have intuition. If I write righteous, I become just like it. I believe in superstition, I'm having supervisions, so and so, yeah. So the first track's called Speak the Truth, and then the second track, Speak the Truth, part 2. We'll get into that in a sec. Divine capacity, Speak the Truth, part 2. Righteousness Awakening album. I'm having vivid dreams, is it me? Sometimes my flow's so sharp, I shot myself electric guillotines. Always flow on milli beats till I make a milli clean, maybe Billy clean. I keep myself to myself in this silly scene. Being righteous is my destiny. Running out of time, the truth was sent to me. I preach the truth, I speak the truth, and lead the truth to teach the youth, to reach the youth, the streets to coop the youth. Need to see the truth, I preach the truth, I speak the truth, I lead the truth to teach the youth, to reach the youth, the streets to coop the youth. Need to see the. I'm fed up of these rappers claiming the gods, they're imposters, and they're stupid like mixing vodka with Fosters. Everybody wants to be a gangster and a mobster, no one wants to be a doctor. Okay, Speak the Truth, part 2. That song is basically similar to the first song, Speak the Truth. And it's more for the youth though, this one is, because I feel like the youth has slightly lost the way, so I basically like dedicated this one to the youth. Like, for example, I'll give you one of the lyrics that really touched me. What was it now? A lot of people claiming the gods, they're imposters. Everybody wants to be a gangster and a mobster. No one wants to be a doctor, so and so, yeah. And I think those words will really touch people, because you've got a lot of people going for the career choices that are really popular. They don't follow the heart of what they want to do. They go for the ones that think will be better than other ones. For example, like, not better because it's just what you want to do at the end of the day with your life, but they go with the ones that glorify money, fame, women, you know, all that stuff that don't really matter, if you know what I mean. Obviously money does matter to some people to an extent. It's time to level up. I make professional standards, levels tough. I make the master rappers, levels boss. I make the levels touch, the levels left by the gods no other rapper has ever touched. So dope sometimes they think it's never us. I'm just trying to find y'all and do the opposite of what the devil does. I don't wanna be a rebel thug, inspired by fate, forever love. I'm forever love, I'm forever love. It's a real thing, forever love is more than a feeling. It's a mindset, like telepathy, mind readers, you can get your mind read. I'm not fixed on my reputation, on my rhyme cred. Never said the same rhyme twice, like repetition. That's why you feel more and can get a vision. I'm tired of being brainwashed by the news on television. I don't even believe in every vision, but I believe every system is created by Satan. Come on, are you stupid? It's blatant. Living in the devil's world, I'm patient. Meditation helps me from being another patient of a man-made illness or depreciation. Okay, level up is basically about upping the levels, reaching peak status, gold level, and all that shit. Like literally, yeah. I didn't think that I could up the levels on this song, but I did, yeah. And it's about like upping the levels to past mainstream status, professional status, master level, just getting to that prime time, just past prime time, if you know what I mean. So yeah, and one of the lyrics that really touched me was, I think it was made in the chorus, something like, it's time to level up. I make the professional standards, levels tough. I make the master rapper, levels bust, and reach the GOAT level. It's not like the GOAT, some artists can never touch, something like along those lines, yeah. And that really inspired me, like that beat. And I think it all came into play perfectly. So I'll leave it there and we'll get on to the next song. I'm so blessed, my thoughts are heavenly now. In a dream, I had a tour of the heavenly realms, and there's many cities and many towns in the heavenly realms. Don't wait years to be righteous, heaven is now. I'm so blessed, my thoughts are heavenly now. In the dream, I had a tour of the heavenly realms, and there's many cities and many towns in the heavenly realms. Don't wait years to be righteous, heaven is now. Heaven is now. Heaven is now. It's my decision to hit 'em and give 'em my lyricism and heavenly stars and rhythms. In heaven, there's no villains. The doors are energy locked by pure color codes. I went incredibly shocked because if there weren't energy locked, the people in the book of life, enemies plot and try to sneak in and creep in as I'm reading the Bible and praying to the Most High, my idol, and get that vital knowledge, Bible knowledge. Staying righteous is the covenant between God and his people, and he always keeps his promise. And I promise I'll be honest, just the thought of evil will make me vomit. God made the whole universe, from the stars to the comets. So the next song is called Tour of Heaven, and that song is basically about the same as the title, Tour of Heaven. It's like, one time I was asleep and had a dream, and in the dream I had like a little tour of heaven. It didn't last long, the dream, because I woke up, but in that dream I was explaining what I saw in the dream and stuff like that, and how it works and everything, and what it was like, what I saw. And that's about it basically, yeah. And I explained the feeling of what it was like, the feeling of fighting so and so. So that's basically, yeah, Tour of Heaven, yeah. Next song is titled, let me just check. Wonder Why They Call You Bad Bitch. You 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 wonder why they call you bad bitch. Bad bitches wanna give a fuck. I'm celibate, I don't give a fuck. How quick she wanna drop her pants and give it up. Screaming YOLO and live it up. Look what these mainstream artists have did to them and did to us. Now we're living in a daydream. Can't remember the Bible syllabus. Okay, Wonder Why They Call You a Bad Bitch. It was inspired by Tupac's Wonder Why They Call You a Bitch. And it's controversial because Tupac's one was kind of controversial, like, even though it was a big hit because it was true. So what I've done is I've done a version called Wonder Why They Call You a Bad Bitch based on the term bad bitch. Because a lot of people like think it's a good term, but I don't really like that term. So I've expressed my opinions about the term, about how women nowadays act and stuff like, and like how, you know what I mean, like how to act. Not all women, just the ones that label themselves bad bitches and that, like, and just like about negative stuff in general that women do. But not all women are the same, obviously. Even though I've been through some bad relationships in my past, it's not based on my relationships. It's based on what I've seen and, like, you know what I mean, and based on facts and truth. Okay, I'll end it there now. The next song's called what's it called? Let me just have a quick look. Oh yeah, No One's Ever Loved Like You, in brackets, Jesus Christ. I'll take a little listen to this song and I'll give you a review. The love of the Most High is so profound it can make most cry. Most try to imitate the Most High, but their love is fake love. Love is the strongest feeling. I don't understand why they take drugs. Plus nowadays it's all fake drugs. Synthetic A class, B class, C class. We need to see past the devil's laws and weak tracks. Okay, No One's Ever Loved Like You is basically about Jesus, because I believe no one's ever on earth has ever loved like Jesus that's come to earth. And it's like a dedication and thanking him for everything he's done for me. And it's like letting people know that his love is like unconditional and it's everlasting, if you know what I mean. And yeah, one of the lyrics that touched me in a song that I think would reach out to the youth as well is that how's it going now? Let me just quickly remember, because these songs were written within 24 hours, so I have to refer back to them. I think it's something like people want to imitate the Most High, it's all fake love. Once. And then love is the strongest feeling. I don't understand why they take drugs, because it's all synthetic. A class, C class, B class. No, A class, B class, C class, sorry. And then we need to see past the devil's weak traps. Because I've seen a lot on the news about a lot of people dying from taking synthetic drugs that are... I don't want to get into that now, but I'm just putting out a warning to people so they know what they're doing, if you know what I mean. Next song is called, let me just go for it. Righteousness Awakening Part 2, yeah, we'll get straight into that now. Awakening of righteousness, Satan is despising it, so I'm hating him and the lies he spit. I'm just gotta realize the real lies real quick. The hidden agenda is real sick, real twisted. The manipulation is simplistic. I don't wanna end up a statistic, so I pray I make the rapture and get lifted, not just stay a rapper and get hits in. I'm slow to anger but quick to get missed. optimistic. Lord, I thank you for the blessing that the righteousness gift brings. Now my essence is like incense, and my soul, body and mind are in sync, and I can connect to my sixth sense. I'm just trying to feed the nation with sixpence. I'm just trying to feed the nation with sixpence. Okay, Righteousness Awakening song is basically while Righteousness Awakening Part 2 is the continued version of the Part 1. It's not as hard, the beat's not as hardcore as the first one, but it's basically about when you awake to righteousness, what happens. People start to judge you. Some might even label you crazy, and also around like and basically people around you start to see you differently, and the devil tries even harder to get you before he's lashed you for good. Because like once you've reached that peak state of righteousness, there's nothing he can do that will change your mind, and sin just stops ultimately. So yeah, that's part 2. And the lyric that touched me was my awakening of righteousness, Satan is despising it, so I'm hating him and the lies he spit. Plus, I'm glad I realised the real lies real quick, yeah? So that's like the chorus. I can't remember now, but I think that's the chorus. But that's like what really touches me at the moment. Infinite love, euphoria. The feeling's amazing. Infinite love, euphoria is the feeling of permanent bliss. That's why I make permanent hits. Snakes on the firmament hiss, but I take no notice because the love is explosive and no one can kill that vibe. My shine is near the gold sits, and my rhymes, I don't sugarcoat it. I'm about to take off, but first I'll take off my coat quick, then fly through the universe. I'm a Merkaba plane. I give them the truth plain. Skeptics label me insane, but I never do a song in vain. And if I ever do a song insane, the truth would hit your skin and brain. Insanity's doing the same thing over and over again, and expecting different results when they'll always be the same. Life is a game, and I'm not influenced by the game, I'm influenced by the pain. I'm a phone is the instrument, they're ashamed to speak the truth to the game. I'd never use my gift or power for personal gain. I call that irreversible shame. Infinite Love Euphoria. Okay, Infinite Love Euphoria. I bet you're thinking I can't with that name. It was hard to come up with that name, but it was a name to describe a feeling that can't be described, but a feeling of happiness, love, joy. But it's not just for like a set amount of time. It's infinite. You feel it all the time. So yeah, that's what it's about basically, yeah. So one of the lyrics that touched me, and it was, let me just quickly check. I think it was the chorus, but there was some really good dope lyrics in the actual song. Infinite love, euphoria is the feeling of permanent bliss. I can't even remember it now. I'll have to just come back to it at some point. But yeah, okay, that's all I'm going to show you at the moment. But I hope you've enjoyed the reviews, and I've given you a bit of insight into the album. And the album should be out next Friday latest. I'm just giving myself a bit more time to get it out, because I might put some more songs on. So it should be out the 16th of March 2018. So I look forward to putting that out, and I hope you've enjoyed this review. And if you want to hear the album before it comes out, just send me an email and I'll send you a couple of tracks for free, just so you know what the vibe's about. Because I haven't actually released any full songs yet. I'm just putting out this review into the album. I might put out 1 or 2 songs depending on how the review does. So support it and let me know what you think. Just comment. Thanks.